Yo, what's up guys? It's me, Juan, Pablo from 100% Finance at 100%finance.com. Mr. Cash Flow, Mr. Passive Income. The people's mentor, guy what you need to succeed with emphasis on passive, baby. Income you receive on a consistent basis with little to no work required. My muse for passive income is rental properties. But the topic of discussion for today is why work at a day job when you can get fired at any freaking time? Gotta keep it PG, right? Freaking time. At any moment's notice, your job can let you go. And people say this a lot, that investing in real estate, doing business is risky. Don't get me wrong, there is risk involved with anything in life, right? There's risk that you can potentially injure yourself walking on the beach, you know, stepping on some seashells or so forth, or getting stung by a stingray or a jellyfish and blah, blah, blah. There's risk in everything in life, right? But as long as you take calculated risk and you have proper guidance, that would minimize your chances of making a huge mistake financially. But the huge or the biggest mistake that I see most people in America make financially is just depending on one source of income. One source of income, like a day job. Because they can fire you at any given notice. And some of you guys might have been a victim of this, right? Your boss woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You go into the office, you say one thing right, one thing wrong, and the boss snaps. Now you might be that one person that's a bit ratchet and say, oh no, who you think you talking to? You ain't gonna talk to me like that. So you tell your boss off, you get let go. Or you might be that person that's very humble and say, all right, well, I'll take the criticism. I understand you're upset, but your boss, he just keeps egging you on. And he's like, you know what? Don't come in tomorrow. And fires you. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you might have a incompetent supervisor. And they just let you go. Or sometimes you just make one small mistake. Look at that, look at that. Sometimes you just make one small mistake, right? That one small mistake costs you your job. And then what? Sure, you might have some savings. Sure, you might be able to tap into your 401k, but it's risky, right? And some of you guys, it might not be your boss that fires you at any given moment. It may be the fact that you were involved in an accident. And being that you're involved in an accident, it takes time for you to recover. And you might not have benefits at your 9 to 5. So you basically are quote unquote fired at that given notice. You could have gotten in a car accident. Sure, you might get some money at the end, you know, a few months, but it's not going to be right away. So what do you have to do in that situation? In that situation, you'll just have to bite the bullet and just try your best to live off savings. And that happened to a lot of my friends too. There's a plane over here. That happened to a lot of my friends. They got started, you know, with a day job, making good money, and for some odd reason, they got into an accident, or the girlfriend got in an accident, something along those lines. They have a bit more savings, but then they're just working at a job with no benefits, and they don't have the resources to live off of that. Now they're scrimping and saving, asking family and friends for money for a loan just to pay their expenses or living expenses. So having a day job is full of risk, in my opinion, right? It's risky because somebody, anybody can let you go. Not just the boss waking up on the wrong side of the bed, or you make one mistake, or you get in an accident and you can't work, but you can also get laid off. That's another way of getting fired from your 9 to 5. The CEO or the business owner may say, hey, I want to reduce costs. And I think, you know what? I think, one, we should fire the people who are giving me the less return on my capital invested, because that's what you are when you're hired as an employee. And owners only look at you as a return on investment. By you working 40 hours a week, how much money can I make off of your labor? Pretty much. So you're pretty much a product at your 9 to 5. And so if they say, well, this is the least profitable product, which could be an admin position or customer service position or whatever you're doing, it could be lifting boxes. They say, well, since this is the least profitable asset, I'm gonna let it go. Now I do the same thing with real estate. I might buy a rental property, taxes may go up, other fees may go up, borough fees, and I just let that property go. Sure, it's giving me some return, but I'd rather let that property go and find another asset more profitable. So they might be doing that with you in your position. You just don't understand that. Employees don't understand that. And outside of that, of your boss letting you go because you're least profitable, they might want to decide, hey, I'm just going to let you go, but I'm going to give this other person double the work. And I'm still only going to pay them 40 hours a week. Some of you guys experienced that. I did. I used to work for the government, and we had 12 regional offices, and then they got condensed to 6. So what does that mean? Our regional office had to do twice the workload, but the same pay. So it was very stressful. It was taxing on me as an employee. But that's just the cost of doing business. Your boss, your supervisor, the CEO, the owner can make that decision just like that. So in my opinion, my friend, having a day job, a 9 to 5, is the riskiest thing to do. So if you're interested in getting started on a new way of living so you can have that financial freedom, like it's December of 2017 right now and I'm just on the beach and I'm working, having a video camera, and I'm just taking a stroll until I meet some friends. That's what you probably heard my phone ring, so I have to call him back at the end of this video because he's probably here, but I'm busy shooting a video for you guys. And that's the lifestyle you want to live, right? But first and foremost, you want to get passive income. Again, it's income received on a consistent basis, like real property, little to no money required. So you might be thinking, bro, I don't want to do real estate. I mean, I thought I had to flip. I don't want tenants. No, you want passive income. Flipping produces massive income. But it's not income on a consistent basis, because if you don't flip a deal, you're not going to eat. If you don't kill, you don't eat. But real estate, you kill once. You close on a property once, a rental property, and you get to eat off that perpetually, month after month, as long as you bought it right, got the training, reduce your risk involved, right? Calculated risk, and you manage it properly. You have great systems, people, the 3 Ps, great processes, great people, and a great property, all right? And that's all the things we teach. So if you're interested in closing on your first deal, check the links below. So we have a special workshop designed for you to close your first deal, because in my opinion, the first deal is always the hardest. Once you get that first deal done, after that it gets better and better and better. And will you make mistakes? Yeah, you may make mistakes. Even if you have me as your coach or your mentor. But you accept the mistakes and you learn from them. You don't get burned by your mistakes and say, oh man, this stuff never works. I'm gonna stop this and I'm just gonna get another job if I get fired. No, you keep going at it. You're a winner, right? If a winner loses a race, the winner just doesn't stop being a runner. The sprinter will continue to work on his or her craft to the point that they perfect it and get better at it. But it comes through practice. So when you first start running, it might hurt, you know, with your muscles and the recovery time. You might fall, you might lose, it might hurt your pride. But eventually you have to keep going so that you can win the race. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to win this race for financial freedom. But don't get dismayed if you happen to hurt yourself by losing a couple of dollars on a deal, or a contractor scams you. All that stuff happened to me. But you have to be resilient, guys. And I believe you have the tenacity and the fortitude to keep going despite all your shortcomings and so forth. And if you're watching this and you just got fired, you just got let go, just consider the signs. Maybe it's time for you to choose a new path and stop focusing on getting the paycheck and start focusing on getting passive income. I even wrote a book about it, Quit Your Day Job, by Juan Pablo, replacing your paycheck with passive income, all right? Great. Now, if you happen to watch this video and unfortunately we're no longer offering how to get your first deal done using creative financing like wholesaling as well as lease options, then just check the link below to learn more. We may bring it back, but we pretty much have different content month after month, all right, just for you guys, so you can be well equipped with all your real estate needs. So forget that 9 to 5. Make it your mission to quit. Get your resignation letter, write it, don't submit it though, don't be an idiot, all right? Don't submit it yet, but write it so you can be motivated that, hey, I'm gonna turn this letter in one day, exactly 4 years from today, and that's what I did. I was a disgruntled, upset employee because I was getting reprimanded when I should got congratulated for my results. But I used that energy, I converted that energy to something positive and said, okay, I see that my talents ain't worth it. I'm gonna bring my talents to South Beach, like LeBron says, very fitting where I'm at now, South Beach, Miami. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna bring my talents to real estate, and I'm gonna work twice as hard in my real estate as I do on my day job. Because I realized when the government consolidated and they closed 12 regional offices and made it to 6, who knows, they might close to 6 and make it down to 3. And that could be my office. You never know. Of course, nothing's guaranteed, but at least my financial future is not in the hands of another man. Don't do the same for yourself. Be an owner. As always, guys, to your success, earn passive, live passionately, find value, share it. Check the links below. Peace.